Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. I don't know why I said that. I don't say those things. I don't say that. I just... Why did I say that?
Feel good coming through the back end, don't it? Hey, had to make a plan 3 months, get a plug to my brother in the trap, still rolling. Let's go! All my whole crew, yeah, she right deep. Goddamn bonnet.
Anyway, today's video, as you saw in the title, is how to find your favorite gun in Phantom Forces. Yesterday I tried recording this video, but it was a complete mess, as most of you probably saw in yesterday's video. Welcome to today's video. I really had a good idea, okay? I was gonna upload the video, I was gonna record it, I was gonna make it, it was gonna be amazing. So, why do I say every time? Stop it! We're not gonna worry about that. Anyways, we're gonna start off, I guess, with like the simplest thing, because it was... It was a complete mess yesterday, so it's step by step in the best way that I possibly can. So let's start with what I look for in a gun. So what I look for is a gun that does at least 30 to 20, but that's like super low. Guns that have 90 damage at the least, because I mean, then it becomes a 6-shot at range, and it's just like it's still good. Like if I picked up an M4 and used it, like I'd still like it. But usually what I look for, like my favorite type of damage for some reason, is 34 to 24. It can 3-shot close range, and it does better than most ARs at long range, because most ARs do like 22 or 23, like the A3 or the AORUS 1, I don't know, just as examples, and it's just like, Next thing is like, it doesn't have to be obviously, but I prefer 700 plus fire rate, otherwise it's too low for me. And I guess penetration, I prefer it over 1.0 penetration, or studs penetration. Don't really care that much about penetration, but if I had to go for it, then yeah, above 1 stud, so that I can penetrate at least some stuff. Stuff like this really just, syncs with me, I guess you could say. So, I don't know, just having that 3-shot close range, and very good damage. Well, not very good, but it's almost a 4-shot all ranges, and I really like that. It's not overpowered either, which is the good thing about it, even though this thing is getting nerfed apparently in the test place. Thanks, Stylus. I don't know if they have like a grudge against me nerfing like every one of my favorite guns. First it was the A4, next it was the AUG bar. Now it's this thing. It's not a big nerf, they're just making the recoil a little bit less controllable. And I'm probably still going to use it. Depends. But anyways, yeah. Again, K2 is pretty much, at the moment, perfect for every situation. For you, it can be completely different. It depends on your playstyle, what gun you're looking for, what you need your gun to do, and that's pretty much it. Attachments come into play. For attachments, every gun can accept this setup pretty much. Now, the sight doesn't really matter, but these 3 things, also like the laser doesn't matter, the other really doesn't matter technically, but mostly just compensator, folding grip, or it could be compensator, stubby grip, or stubby grip muzzle brake, or muzzle brake folding grip. Just those 4 attachments are basically the things you want to try with on your gun and see what fits best. Don't like some guns take like a pistol grip a lot better than others if they have like a lot of horizontal recoil, because this thing makes your gun just go up instead of side to side. Usually you just want to go with folding grip compensator. That works on pretty much every gun perfectly for the most part, but you can either like look up on YouTube or do a test and see if muzzle brake and stubby would work better or something like that. Because, like, for example, the A4 takes muzzle brake and stubby a lot better than if it was like folding grip compensator, because it has a lot of vertical recoil, so giving it compensator would just give it more vertical, so you want to put muzzle brake on there. Kind of confusing, but you get used to it after a while. Mess around with attachments. Also, sight doesn't matter, neither does like the laser type. It really doesn't matter. It's just like those main 2 things. Now to the main thing, finding your favorite gun in Phantom Force. Biggest thing is your playstyle again. So for me, I try and do pretty much everything that I can. It also depends on the situation and what's going on at the time. But you could be different. You could be a very aggressive OBJ player or objective player, and you would want something that can just take out a lot of people really quick while you're defending objectives. So for something like that, I'd recommend like a P90, because it has a lot of ammo, kills really fast, high fire rate. The accuracy is not bad at all. So, something like a P90 would be great for that. But you could be someone that wants to play passively and just get a lot of kills at range, so for that you'd probably want an LMG. Don't use like an M60 or an HK21, that's stupid, it doesn't make any sense. You'd want to go with like an AUG bar or an RPK12. More leaning towards like an AUG bar or like an RPK74. RPK12 this is more of like a rusher LMG, but like guns like this are really good at like playing passive. Not like camping, but just doing their job as an LMG. But if you're a rusher and you just want to get a lot of kills really fast, move fast, just basically fast-paced player, want to go with like an SMG or a carbine. Depending if you want like more of an AR and an SMG, then you want to go with carbine. But if you just really want to go fast and get a lot of kills with high fire rate, all that stuff, the SMG category is for you. So for like the fastest most effective, like, moving fast kills type thing, I'd recommend like an MP5K or an MP7, in all honesty. Probably an MP7 because really high fire rate, pretty good damage for an SMG, I'm gonna be honest. Low recoil, you can add an extended mag to this thing, so you get 40 bullets. That's really good, and you know, it's just really good, but there also are a lot of other options, such as like, I don't know, Colt SMG, an MP5K, K7 is really good for close range, stuff like that. Yeah, it all comes down to your damage and preference and like fire rate and stuff. We'll go for like OBJ type things. Ironically enough, I feel like the P90 is the best like OBJ gun next to like an LMG or something, just because you can move fast, you have a lot of ammo, good accuracy, a lot of penetration too, like a lot of penetration, everything at once pretty much, and it's good for OBJ. Then again, this isn't like a guarantee. You might be good with a different gun for a different situation, or I don't know. For guns that are like mixed with an AR and an SM other than the carbines, that would be like the MP5 series, like MP5SD, MP10, MP5, MP5/10. These are all really good candidates for doing things like that, especially like the MP10 and the MP5/10. They do a lot of damage, long range and close range, and high fire rates, and pretty low recoil. It really just comes down to your playstyle, what attachments you want, what's good with that specific gun. There's a lot of factors into it, and you just kind of got to figure that out. Since we got like the OBJ stuff out of the way, the mix between everything for like if you want to be a player of all, what's the saying, like all cards or something like that, I forgot the saying for it, but you would probably want to pick an AR or a carbine, which there are a lot of good options in both of these. So for me, most people like picking like an M16A3. This is just always the best option to go with most of the time, just because it can pretty much do everything all at once. It has good damage, good fire rate, low recoil, enough rounds, you know, just jack of all trades. That's the same thing, man. For me, that's the K2, but for most people, again, it's like an M16A3, a G36, an ASVAL, an L85. This is kind of stretching it though, but still. Also, if you want guns at like 4-shot ranges that are good, which are kind of hard to come by, that'd be a G36, L85. Funnily enough, most people don't know about this. This is banned in SCL. If you play SCL, then you're out of luck. But X95R with 5.56 conversion has 800 fire rate and can 4-shot all ranges, which is kind of insane, and I'm pretty sure the recoil is like pretty low. Again, it just comes down to your playstyle. That's the biggest thing here, is your playstyle. So like my friend Chris, he's very aggressive and flashy. Guns like the AKM work really well for him, and like Scar H, stuff like that. Like a little bit close range type fighting, but can still do long range, and guns like SR3M or Groza 1 or frick man, I don't know, M4A1, Scar PDW, stuff like that, along with like ASVAL. That's pretty much gist of it. Just don't use shotguns or like DMRs. If you're a sniper, then like here's your options. That's pretty much it. Not much goes into that. Just pick your favorite sniper and you're good. 3 rules to this: your playstyle, what you want your gun to do, and like fire rate and damage, and then like attachments. That's pretty much it. Subscribe, trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. Also, thank you for the support on the what content you guys want to see. That actually gave me some ideas, and like also I'm figuring out what content you like more than others. Stay hydrated, don't rage at PF, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What's poppin'? Just charging. Spend this holiday logging. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.